Hi guys, I hope everybody is doing great today. So there's a lot of talk this morning about Sammy allegedly hiring a criminal attorney. And I want to say this. I'm not sure that that is this big wow moment that some people seem to feel that it is. You have to remember the occupation of her parents. One is allegedly a private investigator, and the second one is allegedly an attorney. Neither one in the area of criminal law. However, being that this is what they do for a living, they might have the mindset of being proactive and they might be more apt to hire an attorney just because one, Sammy was the self-proclaimed last person to see and or talk to someone who was then reported missing and later recovered. And with all of the speculation going on and the whispers of foul play, they may just feel that it is in her best interest to have representation. For a lot of us, we have that kind of mentality that only the guilty hire attorneys. But, if that is your occupation, that is, your area of expertise, if you work in law and or law enforcement of any sort, you may not have the same mindset. So I just want to say that I'm not sure that this is as big of a deal as, some people are reporting it to be. That is just my opinion. The other thing is the timeline. So Sammy reports that she was the last person to talk to Kylie. But then a girl by the pen name Elsa comes forward. And I say pen name because it is allegedly not her real name. She comes forward and states that she and a group of other kids saw Kylie after the 12:30 mark that was reported by Sammy. So this could just be as simple as an error on Sammy's part. Sammy may actually have thought that she was the last person to see and or talk to Kylie. But according to Elsa and some other party goers, Kylie was seen after that time and that she was intoxicated and at one point even fell down. She fell in some sort of hole, and even reported that there was people that saw her walk off to her car. Now, we're not sure of the exact timeline, obviously, of this party. We're going by eyewitness accounts of people that may not really have been paying attention to the time, and or may have been intoxicated themselves. So I'm not sure that we can lock in the time as exact at all, no matter who is telling us the information. But a lot of, well, I don't want to say a lot, some parents have come forward on some of the Facebook pages and have reported that their children were at the party and that 12 o'clock seemed to be the curfew for a lot of these kids, which would make sense if you think about their age. Now, of course, there were older people there and out of towners who have reportedly been already in college. So I doubt that they had curfews. But for a lot of the kids, 12 o'clock seemed to be the time that they were supposed to be home. So if you think about the time that the party started to break down and this mass exodus, as it's been called, the mass exodus has really made a lot of us feel that something really bad had to have happened to cause that many people to leave a party at one time. I myself said, it's unfathomable to me that so many people left at exactly the same time. But some of these parents are saying, well, that happened because so many of the kids had to be home around that same time, 12:30. That matches up to some of the campers who reported, lights being taken down, the kids all leaving around the same time. So I don't know. Are we looking too deep into some of these small details? Now, there was a boy who reported that he saw Kylie get into her car, or at least standing by her car as though she were leaving. But this Elsa person says that she asked Kylie if Kylie needed a ride, and Kylie said, I have a ride. Seems to be an odd thing to say if you really meant you were going to drive yourself home. You think that she would say, no, I have my car, or I've got it, I'm getting ready to drive home. She reportedly said, I have a ride. So who was her ride? Was she getting a ride home? And if she was, by whom? So the name Steve has been thrown around as of recently. That seems to have come from Donna Serafina, who is a Reverend Donna Serafina, excuse me. She is a self-proclaimed medium and psychic. And before you laugh, before you roll your eyes, I do want to say this. Whether you believe or don't believe in people having intuitive gifts, I suggest you go and watch her readings on the Vallow case, the children in the Vallow case. She made those videos long before those two little ones were found, and her readings were so accurate to small details, disturbing and difficult to listen to details about how those children came to be unalive and how they would be found. And to a T, that's how they were found. So I would say at the very least, go back on her page and listen to her coverage on that case. And then make up your own mind if you think that there's any weight to what she's saying, which is that there is a Steve involved that was with Kylie when it was time to go home. She does not say that this Steve did anything purposefully to Kylie, but that he may have been there in the final hours and or even moments. So I'm going to leave that right there. Maybe we will pick that back up after you have a chance to listen to her video, if you wish, on her previous cases and or this case. And then tell me your thoughts on it. I always look forward to reading your comments and seeing your thoughts, even when they are not aligned with mine, and even when you think I am completely wrong. I do value what you're saying. So thank you for listening and for all of your comments on the previous videos. I think the discussion that we are having is very valuable. And I'm not going to say too much on the Steve person other than there is a Steve in this circle of friends. So tell me your thoughts on that before we dig into that and see if it's even something that is worth exploring. Okay, so I will talk to you soon. Bye.